We're going to send the broadcast back down to the Hiller family midfield performance set now, where Allison Hayes is standing by. She has some very special guests. Allison?
That's right, I do, Gary. I'm here with Patrick Bassel, a member of the Notre Dame class of 2007 and now the supervising director for Hamilton, the hit live musical in Chicago that's taken the world by storm, of course. We're so happy to have Patrick on Notre Dame Day, but look at all these people that he has brought with him here with us. I am totally fangirl freaking out right now. This is so exciting for all of us. Patrick, thank you so much for being here with us. And why don't you tell us who you brought with us today?
Sure. Thanks so much for having me, for having us. We're so happy to be here. So I'm just going to share the names of my friends here, and they'll say a little bit about who they are and what they do. So this is Jimmy J.J. Jeter.
Hi. I am a principal standby for Hamilton, Burr, and King George.
Just about everybody on cast, right?
Next to him is Colby Lewis.
Hi, I used to be a standby. I'm a former standby. Now I currently play the Marquis de Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson.
And Aaron Alexander is to his left.
Hey, I'm a swing, which means that I cover all 6 male dance tracks in the show. So, yeah.
And bringing it home, Aaron Day.
Yeah, I'm a Chicago musician, and these are my guys over here. So we collaborate a lot and, write music together. So.
Well, we are so excited to have you back now. Really, for the second year, we've had the cast of Hamilton here with us. But for these guys here today, it's actually your first time here in South Bend. So what are your thoughts of Notre Dame Day so far?
It's very it's massive. It's amazing. No, it's amazing. It's really beautiful to see a campus and a community of people take pride in community. It's really beautiful. It's great. It's amazing.
Absolutely. I wish I had a college day of the sort, when I was back in school. But, obviously the history here is rich, so it's cool to kind of be a part of it and feel the lore as soon as you get on campus. It's a tight-knit group, it seems like.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here. And Patrick, of course, you've been here several times. How wonderful does it feel, though, to be able to walk back on campus and to have, so much success to bring with you here?
It's always amazing to be back, and I was just telling these guys a little bit about doing theater when I was on campus as an undergrad, and it's really where I learned how to be a director. And so to get to the chance to come back and to talk to students, and then to be able to bring the amazing artists that I get the chance to work with back to campus is it's a dream come true. It's really thrilling. So I'm so grateful.
Supervising director, explain to us what that means actually.
Sure. So it's evolved because when I started 4 years ago on the show, we were just in workshop days, and so it's changed as we've added companies. So we now have four companies here in the United States plus London on the West End. And so a lot of my job is auditions and casting. So I meet a lot of our cast members early on in the casting process, and then I travel to all of our companies in the States to check in and to support the work of the resident directors that are on each company. So it's a big job that just keeps getting bigger as our Hamilton universe expands.
Could you have imagined that it would have had just the success and the excitement that has surrounded it?
No, it keeps getting crazier. Yeah, that's it. It's a lesson that I feel like our first year we actually learned. Every time we thought it couldn't get even, the hype couldn't be louder, it got a little louder. So now it's part of what we do. And again, we're so, I'm so grateful to be a part of it. And one of the blessings of having so many companies is having so many artists like these guys here to my left to get the chance to work with and collaborate with. So
now, Colby, tell us about your role. It's a dual role during the show, and it's just so much fun. I mean, it's got to be one of the most fun characters probably of any show out there. It's a little flamboyant, a little extravagant.
Yeah. Absolutely. Being a Southern boy, so I have a natural affinity towards playing that that character in Thomas Jefferson, and of course. Playing the Marquis, was one that I actually, I never thought I would, love as much as I do, but, because rapping in a French accent is not the easiest thing, but, it's actually become probably my favorite part, just being able to kind of play that exuberance and be the kind of, quarterback, to put it in Notre Dame terms, the kind of one everyone roots for. So it's really fun, and, I used to play all of the characters. So I used to play Burr, Jefferson, I used to play Madison and George Washington. And so it was the one that kind of really stuck out to me the most as, giving back to me as much as I gave to it. So it's been a blast. And, I look forward to going back and doing more. So.
Awesome. And Aaron, you've played several different roles and been very involved as well. How would you say this experience compares to other casts that you've been involved in?
Yeah, well, this experience is definitely the most involved experience out of any musical or really any commercial dance job that I've done, because I come from more of a commercial dance background, so like music videos, background dancing, that type of stuff. This is really like, you have the ensemble moving every single prop on the stage, every single set piece, and we're literally on stage for 90% of the show, constantly singing and dancing. I don't really think that there aren't many other musicals. I don't know if there's a single other musical that has an ensemble that's that involved. So it's a privilege to be a part of a show like this that features everybody in the cast. So it's fun.
Absolutely. And JJ, for you, I mean, you've played so many different roles. When I went to see it, I got to see it twice. We loved it so much that we went back the second day for the matinee because we just absolutely adored it. And you actually played Alexander Hamilton for both of those performances. But what would you say is your favorite character to play?
Oh my God. You know, King George actually is like one of my favorites because I timed it. There's about like 9 to 10 minutes total of stage time that he has. And every time he comes in, you know, he gets to make the audience laugh because he's so left of what the entire show is. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite parts because you get to do that, and then you get to come back and then finish telling the story with the company. And it's a really fun track.
Well, it's great. Well, I know we're getting close here to your performance here at Notre Dame, but we're going to put you on the spot just a little bit. We'd love to see if one of you would maybe give us a rap or do a little something, give us a taste of what we're going to have tonight.
Totally should do it, Pat. Totally should do it.
Since I'm not part of the performance later, I guess this is my time to shine.
Don't throw away your shot.
Yeah.
Even just like 30 seconds.
Go, yeah. I'm going to get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't have bragged, but dag, I amaze and astonish. The problem is I got a lot of brains, but no polish. I got to holler just to be heard, and with every word, I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power, speech, unimpeachable. I'm going to leave the rest for later. But yeah, that's what it is. But that is.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. One last thing, Patrick. Why should people come and see this in Chicago?
Well, from the beginning, the opportunity that our creative team, the director Tommy Kail, our writer Lin-Manuel, Alex Lackamore, Andy Blankenbuehler, they were very clear that we were not interested in replicating the Broadway show. We wanted to create something new that was really belonged to the city of Chicago and honor the amazing theater tradition that exists there. And that's been true since day one. And so there's no production of Hamilton like the Chicago Hamilton production. So if you've seen it somewhere else, great. It's absolutely. It's a completely different experience with the amazing artists that we have that are creating the show. All over again 8 times a week in Chicago.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all so much for being here with us on our stage. We're going to let you go and head over to the DeBartolo so that you can do our live performance to continue Notre Dame Day. Thank you again.